We welcome you today to the fourth podcast of the Breakthrough to Scale project. The Breakthrough to Scale project is dealing with an advanced process mentoring for climate innovation. For those managers, for those innovators that are developing climate relevant innovations, products or processes, and that are about to take them to the market, or if on the market already, they are about to scale. I will invited to the podcast today Barbara Salopek, the founder and CEO of Vinco Innovation from Norway. Solene Feron, she is sustainability expert within Vinco Innovation in Norway. And my colleague, Cristian Gotia, who is a mentor, of course, within the Breakthrough to Scale program, as well as he's Chief Quality Officer within Luminspino, so he's overseeing how the mentoring program is achieving the targets. I would like to, because we are now at the concluding part of the first 2 days, so the days of the thematic workshops. And well, in our case, as advisors, mentors, coaches, because both Vinco Innovation and Luminspino, we are organizations that we are advising on innovation, on sustainability. I would like to ask you all, how do you see the most critical aspects of the innovation cases that you saw today? So we have 9 companies in the program. Everybody got to present themselves, present their products and processes. And well, now with this external eye, what do you think are the most difficult to crack topics in relation to advancing the innovation, in relation to arriving to the market and scaling? Just your main observations.
I think it's a very good question, and we had 9 companies, and they're all a little bit different, and different industries, and also different maturity levels. But I think it's very important to understand the market they're entering, and like what is the size of the market, how you enter this market, what are the rules, but then also to know which milestones you need in order to get there. And those and then how much it will cost to reach those milestones. Then you know how much money you need to raise. And so I think both understanding the market and also understanding what you need to do in order to get there. It's important.
Barbara, I would just remain a little bit with you, because at some point in the conversation with the companies you mentioned, it's also very important to realize what you don't know yet.
Yes. Some of the companies had a team, and many of those didn't have the team. So it's very important to know, I'm good at this, for example, if it's technical, but I don't know anything about business development. So it's very important to know what you are missing or what you are not good enough, and that you need to get this, and to be aware of that, and to realize and kind of make it obvious for yourself. This is what I need. These persons I need to have on the team in order to succeed further. I would. Thank you. And also one thing I think that we maybe didn't mention is that they are leaders, and to be a leader, it's not an easy thing, and especially not to be a startup leader where everything is unsecure, like everything is full of risks, and then how you sail through this journey, and how you survive this sailing in this stormy weather. And I think we didn't touch that maybe enough. But we can't do everything in such a little time. So
absolutely, but it's a good thing to remember for the next meeting with them. Solene, you led yesterday. You hosted a very insightful and in-depth workshop about sustainability reporting. How do you perceive the current status of the companies in relation to, well, these particular companies, okay, in our mentoring program?
Yeah, I think their initiative and their commitments was really impressive. But something that I would emphasize is You cannot wait to be done with the market entry strategy or the scaling up strategy and implementation to implement sustainability. You need to start with the sustainability strategy in parallel of this. So all these sustainability measures that they have already started are really impressive, but they have to be turned into a coordinated strategy. They really have to identify what's important for their stakeholders, customers, shareholders, and then turn that into strategic objectives. And then, of course, the sustainability reporting is an easy outcome. If you have defined your objectives, your KPIs, then sustainability reporting is really easy, the easy part.
You were mentioning at some point the very the two possibilities. Okay, well, there are many in-betweens, but anyway. The first thing is, okay, a company that is not sustainable at the moment and they are uptaking sustainable practices. Okay, so they are going from minus to, let's say, zero, the most acceptable, the minimum. Okay. And so this is one case, and like for example, we have the larger company in the furniture, office furniture, that perhaps is something like this case, you know. But on the other hand, you mentioned also those companies that go beyond what is just the minimum requirements, and they go on the plus, on the regeneration, on those that are bringing the innovative solutions that are enhancing sustainability. How do you see the interplay? Because both are important in the sustainability run, you know,
Definitely both are important and both have to be done. They can be done in parallel. So some strategies are more suitable for some businesses. So maybe some startup will start with a sustainable business model from the start. So they will already have a sustainable, positive impact directly thanks to their business model. But then they can go back to more operational activities where they can make more improvement. Maybe they can also look at their external measures. Can they support their local community? So these are small steps. On the other hand, there are also organizations that have to take their responsibility. So, like you said, reduce their negative impact and reduce their footprint towards a net zero footprint. But I think innovation, sustainable innovation, can be found in both approaches.
Very important point. Very important point. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Solene. I would like to go to my colleague now. Cristian, when you made the presentation on the first day about how it's going with the Breakthrough to Scale mentoring program, you mentioned there that we already delivered almost 50 hours of mentoring for the companies, and these hours are also backed by almost equal number of hours in terms of office works. You know, so how do you feel about what we have achieved until now, and what you noticed with the companies these days?
Well, of course, to deliver some services is not just easy just to prepare a sort of a curricula and a sort of a process you go through with the companies. You need to adapt on the way, because you never know who is going to attend your programs. And then you start negotiating with them to see where you can fit them better in your curricula. And then you start investing, working. And of course, you cannot go there with a certain receipt that you already prepared. So you need to prepare for all the meetings to contextualize your content to be relevant for that meeting. Otherwise, it's just theoretical. So I think one of the successful aspects of our program is that based on each company situation, we decide what is the low-hanging fruit where we can directly intervene, directly work shoulder by shoulder, and make a positive impact quick. and what I saw on these 2 days was the potential, the huge potential of networking for the companies. And I saw the companies clustering together, first with the high tech and drones and imaging and flying, and they were together discussing the technology. And then were the other companies with furniture and creating panels that can absorb the sound. They were discussing because they are entrepreneurs and they can see immediately the potential of getting along with some other partners and peers to discuss, I don't know, a business, potential development, maybe common project. And this is a very, very good positive spillover effect of our program, but that we put them together, not just to learn, but to leave them, I don't know, maybe create a business opportunity or an innovative project. And they started already to settle up some working, following steps to work on. I think this is extremely important.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the role of advisors like we are and enablers like we are is to create a favorable environment so these synergies and interaction can take place. And well, this is equally important for us as a different profile of companies because we need also to innovate. We are innovating on a constant basis. And I remember always, and I mentioned to other people, what Barbara told me in our one of the first encounters, that when we find the right people, we need to take care of them. So, well, it's a privilege to be in the company of the right people. Let's see a little bit into the future, looking at the year ahead. What do you plan in Vinco Innovation to offer a little bit more or a little bit more adapted to companies? What are you looking forward to this year?
Well, we would definitely love to help companies to create sustainable and innovation strategies. So to combine those two so they can have sustainable growth, because innovation is about the growth and then we want to make it sustainable, but both in environmental terms and also societal and governance terms. So we would really love to have some more examples of that on the European level, actually. So that would be, and of course all the projects that we are preparing together. Yes.
Fingers crossed, yeah. Solene, any thoughts about?
Yeah, I think definitely the demand will grow when it comes to sustainability, strategy, reporting, and I think we have all the tools to help. And I'm really excited that we are here and we want to help. So, yeah, that's how I see the future.
Absolutely, yeah. I completely understand. Thank you so much.
Well, I think we have a good impact with our first and second cohort of companies in testing and delivering our services, and all of them are really enthusiastic about the process, the mentor relation, and not just that will end soon, but the potential to have somebody to discuss and work with on the long term. And this is I think this is extremely important. So I see these companies being also maybe future clients on more, let's say, a more in-depth or more sophisticated means of helping them, but also I see them as potential ambassadors. So spreading the word in their ecosystem, or that there is somebody there that can really make a difference with a specific program for them.
Thank you, Cristian. Yes, indeed. We shall be wrapping up our joint project funded by EEA and Norway grants by Innovation Norway in Romania. We will be wrapping up at the end of April. Until then, we will have an exchange mission to Bergen that we are looking forward to, and we are bringing a few companies as well to Bergen. And beyond that, I'm keeping in mind that, of course, we shall continue to grow the existing services, okay? But following these 2 days, I would be very attentive about always keeping the perspective of a peer-to-peer, of a network. I mean, besides working, it looks like, besides working individually and very in-depth with each company, it makes a lot of sense to provide moments when it's a network learning going on. Yeah, so I'm thinking to be very attentive to keep both perspectives. You know, just not just one-to-one, but also one-to-many, so that to also harvest things that perhaps even us as advisors we don't notice from the one-to-one interactions. Good, so I'm really appreciative and grateful for having you here in Timișoara. Cristi, thank you for being, you know, the master of ceremony for all these two days and taking care of the group. Well, looking forward to the next month.
Well, I would like also to thank you, Raluca, for inviting us for this wonderful partnership. It's really been a nice, wonderful experience, and I hope many will recognize this and that you will grow. And also, I would like to thank you for this wonderful 2 days. It has been very professional, organized, and very nice atmosphere, very welcoming, and we really enjoyed it.
Thank you. Thank you.